Coming up this week, it's our Freaky Friday episode.
We spend more than a penny as we tackle urinal etiquette in this week's 50p.
I've had it as well.
More than likely been in this situation.
Yeah, like if it's full and the only spot next to you is yours, that's 100% full. If it's empty and you're at one end and somebody goes right beside you that you don't know, that's where it gets weird.
This week, I raise awareness on Cervical Cancer Month. Of course, you need to go and get your smears, ladies. You know, don't be stubborn, just go and get it done. Literally 2 minutes and it's done. And I mean, you lose your dignity at the door, but it has to be done.
And play along in our quiz with me and listen to what we have in confessionals. Let's get freaky!
Oh Jesus, he's falling around the gap.
Do you think I'd come up the line in a bubble?
I know where I'm putting Debbie's sauce.
Hang on, can I submit my confession?
Hello and welcome back to Meet in the Middle podcast. We've got Danny from Hastings, who lives by the sea, who thinks jellyfish is a side dish at dinner. Jake from Nottingham, who still believes he can beat anyone at darts despite his aim being questionable at best.
Aye.
One eye only.
180!
And James from Dublin, who's convinced he can talk you into buying a pint with just a wink and a smile. And me, of course, Rachel from Belfast. Buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride. It's Freaky Friday episode. You know what that is.
Carnage.
Go on, tell us.
What, Freaky Friday? Rachel, is that
What?
spirit behind you?
Spirit from the wall.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Well, Freaky Friday, what is this? Where we change up our segments, isn't it?
Yeah.
Last week we spun the wheel,
The
And
wheel.
the wheel decided.
and the wheel decided who
Depending
does what.
on how this episode goes, it could be called Fucked Up Friday. Let's find out.
Good.
Yeah.
We don't even know when we're
Welcome
coming
to-
in. We'll forget. Just buckle up.
Is it me
and
or was
let's
it
go.
you?
It'd be like your early episodes, Danny. It's like,
Oh,
oh, sorry,
remember
was that me?
Oh, is that me?
Yeah.
The
Novice.
good old days. The good old days.
Yeah.
How are we? All we okay?
Yeah, well, good.
Doing
Yeah.
good.
Good. Good.
Jake's coming in 4K, finally.
Oh, Jake.
I know. Gonna have to get some Botox. These wrinkles are showing.
Don't look actually that wrinkly.
Don't know.
Oh,
Hold on, let me zoom in. Oh, there's a 25 times zoom in.
It's a crow's feet. And it's what's happening on top as well, so I'll have to remember not to put my head down because there's a bit of
did
glitter
you go
on
to
the
Turkey?
inside. No, I'm going to book in. We'll do a special.
I'm
Well,
joking.
if you're going, I'm going.
Yeah.
Rachel, judging with the background in your photo, on your video, it looks like you went to Temu.
Come to the stars. You want to read them?
A reading from Sister Mary Clarence.
Oh, Christ. Here we go.
It's like Rachel's got no underwear on. It's just coming out of her arse, these lights.
The Oracle.
The light
Stars
shines
are
after
aligned.
us.
Sorry, what, Jake?
Where's the candle gone?
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
She doesn't need to add the bit of colour anymore with the green lights, Danny. That's doing the job.
Ah,
She's clocked off.
green
Candles
light,
out the window.
red light.
Red light.
Danny, what are you wearing?
What
Fit
am I
personnel.
wearing? I'm wearing this wonderful T-shirt.
Oh!
Oh, hello.
Do you think I can look hanging in a bubble?
Yes.
Look at the bubble and all.
Stay tuned for more information about that and some other merchandise.
You might even see us wearing them over the weeks.
Yeah. I want my little award.
Oh, yeah, give us a close-up of that.
Oh.
I have to take it off the light.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes.
very nice.
Yes.
Unreal.
For the audio listeners,
It
can you describe it, Danny?
says we are the top 15% of video podcasts on Spotify in 2024, which is a massive achievement, because how many
is.
podcasts are on there, video podcasts?
Over 250,000 video
50,000,
podcasts on Spotify.
Yeah.
Just to
Unreal.
give you a little idea.
I'm not going to do the maths, but
I did. It's roughly in the top 16 to 17,000.
But still, like
Yeah.
out
So
of
good.
250,000,
in our first year.
Yeah.
I'm well chuffed with that.
And it's all thanks to
15%
you,
sounds better.
the middlers.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
And
you.
if you want to keep us, if you want to get us in top 10, if you haven't already done so, please, if you're listening, whatever platform you're listening to this on, hit that review button and give us 5 stars because it really helps us. And that'll push us to get up until the next 10%, maybe even 5%. Let's see.
So who starts Freaky Friday then? Because I'm lost.
Yeah. So should we go back over for the listeners? So if you missed last week's episode and you're only jumping in now, this is our Freaky Friday episode. So we spun a wheel and we all got a turn to take over somebody else's segment at random. So I will be doing Have You Heard? And then everyone else forgot.
Oh,
And
I'm
then
doing 50p. I'm doing 50p this week. So I've got a few 50p's in the bank. ready to go.
50p and chick.
What are you doing, Rach?
Oh, I'm doing what the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Oh, apologies.
She's not even started your segment. She's messed it up already.
I
Dan.
know.
What the FAQ, everyone? What the FAQ?
And I'm doing the quiz, the Freaky Friday quiz, and then I'm raising the roof and shaming the devils for confessionals.
Double Danny.
Can someone take that shotgun off James?
I love it. It's for dramatic purposes. Jake, shut up.
You just see Jake falling off the chair there.
I'm feeling like that pheasant from last week.
Yeah, you're a pheasant fucker.
Fucker.
I'm surprised Rachel mentioned it last week, but I'm surprised none of us attempted to do the little tongue twister.
I'm not a pheasant plucker, I'm the pleasant no.
Oh. Nearly.
I'm not a pheasant plucker, I'm a pheasant plucker, son. I'm only plucking pheasants till the pheasant plucker comes.
Okay.
And Jake, you know what that deserves?
You've learned that. You've learned that.
Of course I have.
Just for this episode.
Right, well, we've got all our segments lined up. Let's get
Buckle up.
cracking with the show.
Let's do it.
Well, this week on...
Wow.
I know.
I had to get it out. This week on Have You Heard? I'm asking the question, have you heard about the woman from London who went to 2000? What am I, Tweety board? Twat, pretty cat. I'm already butchering it, Jake. Who in 2022 got married to her cat.
No.
Has anyone heard this story?
No.
I've not.
So Deborah Hodge tied the knot with her 5-year-old cat India in what has been one of the most bizarre and brilliant protests against her landlord. So the backstory on this one is Deborah was told by her landlord that her pets weren't allowed in the flat. And over the years, she had to rehome 3 animals due to this. I think 2 of them were Siberian Huskies, one named Siri and one named Starshine.
Siberian husky.
Yeah, 2, like one husky. I've had a husky, like they're serious work. And imagine 2 of them in a flat.
Yeah.
But she couldn't let this happen again with India. So instead of rehoming her 3-legged feline, yes, you heard that right, it has 3 legs. Deborah came up with the genius workaround. If India doesn't be her pet, but is actually her spouse, the landlord couldn't legally evict her.
What?
That was her
That's
idea.
mental.
It's still a pet though, isn't it?
It is still a
Yeah.
pet. I don't know how legally binding that is, but that was her idea. And it wasn't just some casual idea. Deborah actually went through with it. And we've actually got some photos we can pull up here.
Did they have like a wee wedding ceremony and all?
They did, and we've got proof of it.
Stop.
So Deborah went all out, and she was decked out in a tuxedo for the big day, while India the bride wore a gold lame.
No.
No.
Yep.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So here
Of
it is.
Arsenal?
Look
the
at
audio
those
listeners,
flowers
we've
straight
got-
out of Tesco's
It
garage.
definitely is, yeah. The cat's not even interested. That's looking across the park.
Oh my god. Unbelievable.
Oh.
She looks the type though. She sort of gives me crazy cat lady.
Yeah, she
vibes.
does, doesn't she? Bit of Phoebe vibes off her.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't say Phoebe. I was thinking more mental institution.
well, as you can tell by the photo, or for the audio listeners, it's in a park. So the ceremony was conducted by a friend who's legally ordained. Deborah's friend watched from the park in southeast London, and India meowed her way through the whole house.
Oh.
My goodness.
I can just imagine the landlord knocking on her door, being like, "I know you've got your pussy in there. Show me that pussy." Get that pussy out.
Get out my house.
Yeah, my ass.
I can smell that pussy from here.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Apparently, India was very calm during the whole ceremony. Well, she looks kind of calm there, even though she's looking away.
She looks stoned.
yeah.
Yeah, she was.
Go
So,
on. Go on,
Deborah
girl.
Deborah also quoted that she's fundamentally the most important thing in her life after her children. And by marrying India, I need any future landlords to know that we come as a package and we cannot be separated under any circumstances, as she is as important to me as my children.
Aww.
Do you know
Clearly
what,
loving
Deborah? Yeah, I would probably do the same thing if somebody said I had to get rid of my dogs. I'd marry him.
Well, she
I
did
do
also
like
say,
dogs.
I refuse to be parted with her. I'd rather live in the streets than without her.
Yeah.
So would you feel the same? The three of you are all pet owners.
I wouldn't marry my dog. Like,
Yeah, I
what?
wouldn't marry. But
I would if I
even-
had to.
Oh,
But who would you choose though?
I'd marry them both. I'd be in one of those,
Triples.
those weddings when you can marry more than one person.
Donny took one bell.
Well, that's illegal in the UK and Ireland.
Wow. Oh, look.
That is a pretty cat, though. Oh,
Now, I do want to state for the record, she has says this relationship is completely platonic and thankfully it's not sexual.
That's good.
I just have to point that out.
For legal
Probably did.
reasons. But the cat just looks quite disturbed. Just thinking, what the hell has just gone on here?
I've just got married.
No.
Do you know what that cat is saying right now? What the fuck?
I did hear there's been some random occasions where people have married objects, but not the cat.
Yeah, well, while I was researching this, there was also another situation in, I think it was 2000, with a Californian man that married his cat, and it was during COVID. So Deborah isn't the first one.
Okay, this kind of takes me back to whenever, didn't we do, I think maybe it was Jake, have you heard on, whenever, people in China left their inheritance to their dog?
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
That's that's kind of like a similar situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone wants their cats, any middlers want the cat to marry the cats or dogs, I'm ordained. I got
I'm
ordained
also
in COVID.
ordained.
So
you
me
can
and
have
Danny
Jake or me.
yeah.
We can double book
have
you.
the You can either have the Danny package or the Jake package, one of the two.
Which one's the best one?
Mine. No,
You can fight
I'm
for
only
it.
kidding.
So yeah, although it may sound like a stunt that she's trying to pull, she insists that it's all about keeping India by her side, and she wanted to make a statement by this to landlords how they should treat tenants with their pets. So yeah, how far would you, the listener, go to keep your pets and avoid eviction? Let us know in the comments or DM us podcast.meetinthemiddle on Instagram.
I'm on 50p this week, and I've got a few 50p's to share. I've got a couple from listeners, and I've got one of my own.
I can't wait for this.
So I'm gonna go in with my 50p first, and it's toilet etiquette. I know we briefly touched on toilet etiquette, but it's all about urinal etiquette as well. So this happened to me at the football, and I don't know. Obviously, Rachel, I'd be slightly worried if this happened to you in a urinal because I'll be asking questions. But
Just popping her ass in the urinal.
So at the football, it's like old troughs, like tin troughs, really rough and ready.
All the stinky ones.
Yeah, with your little lemon cube in there, just to take away the edge. I was the first one in there. It was way before kickoff. Stood there, doing my business. This bloke just decided to stand right next to me. There was no one in there. But the etiquette is you leave a gap. If the individual urinals, you always leave one in between. But stood right there, right in front of me.
I can picture you going,
Well, could it also be a cruising ground?
It's an expensive cruising
Was
ground.
he,
You're paying
was
50
he-
quid.
Doing a little look over?
He did try and start a conversation, but it wasn't a cruising ground before you start asking, Danny.
No. Have a look
Jake.
online, Jake.
Jake was like, yeah, I thought it was a bit weird when he started shaking it for me.
oh Christ tonight. Oh Lord, I'm out of here.
The thing is, though, you just don't want to be too close because you might get a bit of splashback. That's all I'm
So
saying.
like,
as
was
well.
Yeah,
your shoulder
yeah.
touching?
It was just personal space. But I don't know if anyone else has had that where you're there, there's a full trough, but someone comes and stands right next to you and starts conversation.
I've
Yeah.
not had it happen to me. Go on, Jack. Go on.
I've had
Because
it
you've
as well.
More than likely been in this situation.
Yeah, like if it's full and the only spot next to you is yours, that's 100% fine.
Yeah.
It's if it's empty and you're at one end, somebody goes right beside you that you don't know. That's where it gets weird. Or even if it's individual urinals, say there's 4, you'll go if you're at one urinal number 1, the next person will go into either urinal number 3 or 4.
That's exactly what I was just about to say as well. Yeah. Even at those
space.
individual ones, I
Yeah.
would always leave a gap.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it was completely full, in which I would take the first available.
Yeah.
I think that's hilarious. Toilet like politics.
Yeah, it's the unwritten rule of the gents.
Okay.
But then you have the complete opposite end where 2 girls are going to the same cubicle together.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're friends.
True. Yeah, but even with friends, like
yeah.
if me, Jake, and Danny have gone out, so have you, Rachel, but like you use a different toilet.
You're not
We'd,
either.
even with friends, you'd go opposite ends of the urinals.
Yeah. Or
wouldn't
you
sort
go
of
into
huddle
one of you
together.
might go into a cubicle.
Yeah.
No, we share.
No, we don't.
We share. One can actually hold the door if the door doesn't knock. So it works.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Unless you've got your foot on the door when you're trying to, like,
Are
do a
you're doing it.
pistol squat.
You're doing a Superman.
Like a pistol squat and hold it up.
What if you need a poo, Rachel? Would you still go in with a friend?
No, I wouldn't do it.
I always wondered that.
No.
I'm sure some people do.
Yeah, that
Just-
do.
They go in with the intentions of having a piss, but then they're like, "Oh, while I'm here, I feel it brewing."
No, I would die. The next
Do you mind if I
person
just drop a
coming in
little?
smelling it.
Just hear the
No,
plop.
no. Get the perfume out now. No.
So that was my my own personal 50p. And I was
I
just
love it.
interested to see what people thought. I thought, perfect opportunity. I've got the chance to have the 50p and put the unwritten rule of the urinals in. So if any of our male listeners out there have had similar instances, let us know. But we have got 2 that have been sent in to us, 2 dilemmas. Ooh. Right. Are we ready for the first one?
Ready.
Yeah.
Hi, meet in the middle. I hope you can settle this agreement between me and my partner. We said it would be a good idea to watch Squid Games together. And we watched the first episode, but due to work arrangements and other commitments, we have not got around to watching any more. Well, I haven't, but my partner said that they had ended up watching the rest of the season. Can you help settle the argument of whether this is right or wrong to do this?
No, I think.
Actually, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I take serious cheating serious. Series cheating serious. That was a tongue twister. Yeah, you can't do it. If you're committing to watch it with somebody, you're sticking with it.
Yes.
Unless they're taking the piss and it's like 2 or 3 weeks from the previous time you watched it, then maybe you can make allowances. But no, if they're working late 1 or 2 weeks,
Or if you're trying to get back at them for something, be like, well, I watched it without you.
Okay, bye.
But I'm with you. Series cheating.
yeah,
Big
Do you know
no-no.
this topic was actually on the radio the other day? So like, see, when you said it, I was like, oh my god! And the radio hosts were talking about this, and they said they were fuming that their partner went
you
on
would.
without them.
Yeah.
If they watched it with them.
it's an act of betrayal. That's the way I see it.
It was the girl that was fuming, not the guy.
Who watched it ahead?
What?
Who jumped ahead and watched it on their own? The girl or the guy?
So no, the girl, the host on the radio, she was more fuming at her partner, but the guy was like, "It's only a TV series." Like
Yeah.
the guy host, he was like, "It's only a TV series. Why is that?"
Just going back to Squid Games. What is wrong with me today? Freaky Friday, fuck up Friday. Going back to Squid Games. We've all watched it, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yes, the first
no.
one.
Well, the first one at least.
Danny.
Yeah, I've watched the first one, and I've
you
watched
saying
about
spoiler
3 of
warning?
the
No, I'm not spoiling
later
anything.
series.
Yeah.
But do you watch it with subtitles or dubbed?
Dubbed.
No, it's absolutely
No, I
brutal
can't.
dubbed. The voiceover is fucking terrible. It's a whole other level with this Korean when
Puts
you
me
hear it.
off watching it. 'Cause,
I know. I know you
it
feel like
really
you're
puts
missing
me
half
off.
of it, but like if you feel it a lot more, the dubbing is absolutely woeful.
No. If you want to read subtitles, you may as well read a book. That's my opinion.
Oh, I always have subtitles on anyway.
Do you?
Yeah, I love subtitles. My hearing's going, I
get-
think, so
I get
have it
distracted.
on.
I get distracted. I
For when
can't
you're eating
concentrate.
crisps and you're crunching and you can't hear it, so you got the subtitles to back you up.
There is another bit that I've left out, and I was intrigued to see what your initial thoughts were on that.
Okay.
They wanted to add the partner and the person that wrote in do not live together. So they're in a relationship, but they don't live together. They live separately.
Oh,
So what would you say there?
Well, no, I think that's something that you would do together. So I would be raging. Because if I don't live with you, then I'd be like, oh, we'll meet up and we'll watch the TV
Yeah,
series.
in a way, that's worse.
I'd be raging.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's your thing.
Like spending time watching TV series together. I'd be fuming.
I know, like, we've been watching Traitors in that, and it's like if we'd all, like, just ran ahead and just said who'd gone and or do a different matter.
You've done that, Jake.
I'm nearly up to date with
I'm up
Traitors.
to date.
I need to
too.
rewatch.
To be
wee
fair,
bit
I did
of
message
the
you,
last
James,
one.
and just said there's a lot that are coming out. I'm going to watch them because I know that you'd probably just end up binge watching them anyway.
Yeah.
But
Can I just check? Are these two people in different countries?
no, they're in the same country and within the same distance as well.
Right.
No, I'd
Yeah.
be fuming if you're meeting up to watch it.
Give them hassle. If they've gone ahead and watched the TV program without you, you give them what for. And
We'll
you
see
tell
if
them
we
I
all-
sent you.
See if we all decide to watch a TV series together. You're all in for it.
Joe, I think is fair enough as well. If you do decide to watch it on your own and without the person that you've decided that you're going to commit to watching it with, you have to sit through and watch it again with them. If you're going ahead.
Do you know what? They mentioned that on the radio and was like some guy had actually went on and then was able to sit with this girl and just watch it with her and not say anything and just watched it again. For the sacrifice of her like cracking up.
Yeah, I'd do exactly the same. If it meant like watching again, I would happily do that. I know we've watched things and we've probably watched an episode already, but we'll watch it again because then you can have that conversation, but try not to give away certain things.
I couldn't watch the same thing over again unless I missed it, like first time round.
Yeah, I
Eating
could.
or on the phone or
I
something.
can.
Yeah. Okay, well, the next one that I have got is a bit more serious and there's a lot on the line. Obviously, there was a relationship on the line potentially over Squid Games.
Okay,
So it was
serious
own.
face.
So it goes, hi, meet in the middle. I've been invited to my friend's wedding in August, and as I am single, they have said that I can have a +1. However, they are asking me for me to pay £60 to attend the wedding, and have also provided a gift list to choose from. I feel this is too much of an ask, but worry our friendship may end if I do not attend for the sake of £60. But how do I ask someone to attend with me and pay too? To add pressure, they have mentioned in passing conversation that they are having issues with the tables as the numbers do not add up. Why do some couples make single people feel awkward? This was my life choice and that is theirs.
Well,
Robin bastard.
no matter who you're going with, if they don't bring a +1, then that's a less number for the wedding couple to pay. But also, like, you should also return sort of if your present should be like, say it's £100 a person or whatever it is, you should sort of return at least whatever that is per person to the couple. But asking a gift set or the gift list, and it's one or the other, really. Not.
I can't stand that type of person. Like, fuck off. I wouldn't want to be mates with someone like that. Like, are they doing the same thing for, say, she's friends with one girl and she's married and has a husband, but she's not directly mates with him? Is she sending him the same stuff? Or is it just because the other guy's purely single?
No, they've all got to, all the people, anyone that's attending, from what I could gather, has got to pay to attend.
Including family.
But that's a
I'm assuming
choice.
so, yes.
Like, I think if you're invited, yes, you're invited, but it's like just a given to give back.
Yeah.
It's not but people do go and don't give anything.
But you don't, the way I read it as well is
I
that,
couldn't. Oh.
what?
Have you got a
Charge people.
confession? Have you got a confession?
I feel like we need to hand over to Danny now.
No, let's get past that bit. What I was going to say was, you kind of have to look at it. Like I get it as well. Like I would be like, oh my god, I've got to pay 60 quid and give a gift.
Yeah.
But you have to look at the circumstances. I would try to look at the circumstances. I would be like, well, are they really like struggling for cash? Is this really expensive? Where's the venue? What's it like? You know, I would like to think that I would be that conscientious first, but I think my immediate thought would be like, pay? Nah, I'm not going.
Yeah. Don't plan something outside of your means.
I think
Yeah.
as well, wouldn't it?
And it goes when you're getting a set list, a gift list. It doesn't. It's not a gift anymore. It turns into a request. It's not a gift.
I would be, if it was me and I was getting married, I would have either the gift list or just let people come. Like, it'd be different if I've moved into a new house, or we're moving into a new house, or you know, it may as well help. But you don't want 50 toasters, and you don't want 50, you know.
No.
But it's up to the person.
Your cupboards will be
You've
full,
invited
Rachel.
them.
Could sell them.
You've invited them to come, so like I would, you know, leave it up to them, and if they're decent people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
that's what it is, and that's, you want them there, so you don't have to expect a lot in return.
Well, it was always the unwritten rule that you would pay what you think that the wedding was, not what, like the equator, but you wouldn't directly be asked for that set
No.
amount. You'd give what you thought. Because
Yeah.
obviously, if you're a single person as well, it's like taking the paying out, it can be a lot for certain people if they're on a different means. Like, but even in relationships, like you could have a couple that are on low income
Yeah.
and probably couldn't afford £100 a head.
And don't forget about the guest as well. Like, they might not have the money themselves for this meal, and they're only going on this meal for you and your day.
Yeah.
It's not as if like, oh, well, you'd pay that in a night out. Maybe they wouldn't, but they're doing it for you.
But also, if you've
Weddings
got,
are so hard, aren't they?
Yeah.
yeah. But also, if you've got to stay over, you've got your hotel.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've got it all adds up.
Petrol, all of that.
Outfits, girls
So-
need their makeup done, their
All of
hair
that.
done, all that jazz.
And I don't know about the UK, but weddings over here are 2 days.
Oh, that sounds like a good
Yeah.
wedding.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I was at one during the summer. It was my best friend's sister, and it was actually Sunday, Tuesday, and then I left at like lunchtime Wednesday.
Oh, that's when you forgot your shoes, wasn't it?
No, I didn't forget my
Oh.
shoes. My friend took mine and then
Yes, I
left
remember
his
that.
one. That were 2 sizes too short, too small, and I had to drive home in a size, what was it, size 9 shoe, and I'm an 11.
And then we didn't hear from you for like a week and a half.
I was
or
in work
something.
the next day.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
3 to 5 working days. Goodbye.
Where's your webcam? Yeah, exactly.
So they were the 50p's this week, and thank you to our listeners for sending those in.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
If you do have any 50p's you want to send in, or you want our advice, you can email us at meet@podcast.at in the middle. Only joking. I thought I'd keep the tradition
He's
of Rachel
doing
not
that
being
for
able
the
to
crack.
do the
Oh,
email.
he's
So
doing
you can
that.
email us at meet@inthemiddlepodcast.co.uk.
Brilliant. Is it me?
Ah! Did she mean that? I don't think she meant that, Danny.
No,
She didn't. She didn't.
She's keeping up with the tradition.
It's Danny? It's me? I'm joking. It is me.
not.
And it is What the Fuck? And I am taking over
What
this
the
week.
fuck?
So, don't make the soundboard's like gay. I'm taking over this week. And I thought I would talk about a topic that is important to ladies. So you can give me your opinions on this, guy. So this month is for cervical cancer. It's January. And
Okay.
it's to share awareness also as well, because I'm the only girl in the podcast and I thought it was a great opportunity to share. And it's still January.
January.
January. Yeah. So I'm going to give you 3 facts, FAQs,
I can't believe I'm playing this.
1 lie. No, 2 lies.
Oh, she's gone.
One truth. I knew I would mess this up. I'm sorry. But just play along. So the first fact I'm going to give you, whether you think it's true or false, is cervical cancer is primarily caused by persistent infection with high-risk strains of the human papillomavirus.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've said that right. Okay. So that's the first one.
Okay.
Second one is cervical cancer only affects women over the age of 50. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one is Regular pap smears are no longer recommended as a screening tool for cervical cancer.
Can't be that one.
So what do
Can
you
we
think?
can we get the first one again?
Okay. If I can read it properly. Cervical cancer is primarily caused by persistent infection with high risk strains of the human papillomavirus,
Okay.
I think it's number 2.
HPV. So Danny thinks it's number 2. Cervical cancer only affects women over the age of 50.
No, it can't be that.
No.
It's number
It
1.
affects.
I think number 1.
Okay, Jake, are you locked in at number 1?
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
locked in number
James.
1.
Okay, Danny.
I don't know. It just sounds made up. Papillomo. It's like hippopotamus papillomo. I don't know, because I definitely don't think it's the last one, because you should be encouraged to go and get smear tests. You know, is it though if you're over 50? I'm going to go with number 2.
Okay, so we're all locked in then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Danny, unfortunately, it wasn't number 2.
So it is. You
Cervical
should get
cancer
it.
only affects women over the age of 50. So no, that was a lie. So it can happen to anyone.
At any age.
Yeah, in fact, younger women can develop cervical cancer, particularly if they have risk factors like smoking, things like that. So, yeah,
Oh wow!
yeah.
Did Jade Goody? Was it cervical cancer that Jade Goody had?
I think it
I think
was.
it might
I
have
think it
been.
was Jake Goody, yeah. The third one was a lie as well. Regular pap
Yeah.
smears are no longer recommended as screening tool for cervical cancer. So that was a lie. Of course, you need to go and get your smears, ladies. Highly recommend. Don't don't be stubborn. Just go and get it done. It has to be done. But
Is it an easy thing to do?
It is easy. It's every 3 years, unless something comes back unsatisfactory, and then they check on you more. I do believe I know a couple of friends with certain things and that have went on, and they get checked more regularly than the likes of myself, who only goes every 3 years. But it's not sore. It can be quite uncomfortable because it's a kind
Scraping
of
the
procedure
skin.
that's not. It's just not. It's not what everybody wants to do. But for 2 minutes,
Right.
just
So
do
it's
it.
like 2 minutes.
Literally 2 minutes, and it's done. And I mean, you lose your dignity at the door, but it has to be done.
I was always naive and thought that it was only you were need to get smear tests over the age of 40. For a long time, I thought that was the case.
Well, that's why I
No,
thought
I
that
think-
51 was true.
They were trying to bring the age up for like women. I don't know what the age was. I think they were trying to bring the age up whenever girls actually need it very early on, because things can happen at any stage of your cycle or any stage of your body when you're growing. So I think they were trying to lower the level because anything can happen. So boys, you were right. The first statement and fact was true. Cervical cancer is primarily caused by persistent
bacteria.
infection, high risk strains of human papillomavirus. So it's HPV. It's a group of more than 200 related viruses with certain high risk strains, being responsible for about 70% of cervical cancer cases. The virus is typically spread through sexual contact, and while most HPV infections clear on their own, persistent infections can cause abnormal changes in the cells of the cervix, eventually leading to cancer. So, yeah, that was true. Well done, Jake and James. But
I didn't actually know that was from bacteria. Because when you hear cancer, you always assume tumours.
Yeah.
You can get, like, I've heard of certain cells that you can get burnt that may not be a cause of anything. You might have an unsatisfactory smear and you can go in and get your cells burnt and removed, and it could be just as simple or as small as that, but there is other things that do go wrong and they do spread. It is important to get your smears. I just thought that was nice little
Do
topic
it,
to
girls.
talk on and to touch on. Just being the only girl on the podcast and just to spread
Yeah.
awareness as well.
Yeah, well done.
Makes a change from my smutty what the facts.
So cervical cancer is awareness month, is January. Yeah, fight, support, and hope is what it's all about.
Well, my darlings, are you ready for this week's Freaky Friday quiz with me, your host, Danny Willis?
Yay, clap.
Yes. Well, yes, we've got a very... Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you. So yeah, this week's Freaky Friday quiz. It's going to be a good one. I've got 10 questions
It's a long one.
because it's a special. So let's get on with it. Let's hear your buzzers. So we'll go with James. Let's hear your buzzer, please.
I said I played these games before.
Squid
You
Games.
certainly have. Oh, is that Squid Games?
That's season 2 of Squid Games, yeah.
Is that the dubbed audio?
Yeah, it's the dub, yeah.
Oh.
I had to throw that out earlier.
Rachel, let's hear your buzzer, please.
I'm going to go with my little intro. Do you think I come up the line in a bubble?
Also seen on Danny's stomach.
I'm just going to use it.
Nice one. And Jake, let's hear yours, please.
Okay.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Oh, Step Brothers.
Oh, all right. Well, I wish you all the very best of luck, and please play along with us if you're listening as well. Here we go with the Freaky Friday quiz. Question number 1. Who played the punky guitar-playing daughter in the 2003 movie?
I said I
Freaky
played these
Friday?
games before.
I believe that's James.
It's kind of a trick question because wasn't it 2 of them? But I'm going to go with Lindsay Lohan.
Is the correct answer. Well done. She did indeed. It is 1 to James. You've got plenty of time to catch up, guys. Here we go with question number 2. What does the word Juma, spelt C-U-M-A, mean in Turkish?
What? Did we
Juma.
just become best friends? Yep.
Jake.
Is it freaky?
It is not freaky. I am sorry, Jake.
I said I played these games before.
James.
Friday.
It is
Oh, I
Friday.
was going to say that.
Correct.
Oh, this is all to do with Freaky Friday, for God's sake. Right, guys, just tune in.
Well done.
My language
James.
skills didn't pay off.
I gave you a chance.
2 to James. Here we go with question number 3. Which British rock band sang the hit song Friday I'm in Love?
I said I played these games before. Friends? Yep.
I know it.
That is James.
It was The Cure.
Correct. It was
split
indeed.
second.
My favourite.
Split second.
If you listen, I've got a bit of air the way Danny did last
He
week.
has. It goes. You just got to get that buzzer in quicker. 3 to James. Come on, here we go. Question number 4. In astrology, Friday is connected to which planet?
I said I played these games before.
Would you believe it? That's James.
This is a bit of a guess. I'm going to say Mercury.
Incorrect.
I know where
What?
that is
Did we
now.
just become best friends? Yep.
Jake.
Go on, Jake. Get on the
Is it
board,
Mars?
son.
Incorrect. I'm sorry, Rachel. In astrology, Friday is connected to which planet?
Pluto?
Incorrect. Nobody gets the point.
Yes.
It's
Jupiter?
Venus.
Oh,
Ooh.
Venus is the planet. All right, so 3 to James, 0 Jake, 0 Rachel. Question number 5. In the US, what day typically comes the day after Thanksgiving?
I said I played these games before. Yep.
I'm sorry, that's James.
This is a fix.
Black Friday.
Correct. It is
My
Black
God.
Friday.
Just give him all the 10 points. Like, I'm done.
Come on, this is Freaky Friday. One of you's got to win it. James always wins it. Right.
This is a pain.
4 to James now. All right. There's still a chance.
Can we just disable his buzzer?
Here we go. Question number 6. In the UK and Australia, Friday is sometimes referred to by the acronym Poets' Day.
I said I played these games before!
Here he goes.
That is James.
No, I jumped the gun. I thought you were going to say TGIF.
Yes.
Poets' Day. Point. No, I give
No,
up.
he's lost it.
I'm sorry, James. I'll finish the question.
Yeah.
So, Friday in the UK and Australia, Friday is sometimes referred to by the acronym POETS, POETS Day, which stands for what?
Oh,
Do you think I come up with like an
Did we just
bubble?
become best friends? Yep.
go on,
Right.
Rach. That was you.
Stands for. Can you repeat that? P-O. Can you repeat that?
POETS. All right, I'll
Friday?
give you a no.
I'm just going with it.
I'll give you a clue. The first
No,
two
no, give a
letters-
clue after Jake
Yeah.
sounds. Guess.
All right, all right.
No, give us a clue.
Go on,
No.
give it to him.
Oh, putting out extra tins.
right. Is that what that meant? Oh god.
No. Right, I'll give a clue, and then you see if you can. First one to buzz in. James, you're back in.
Yes.
So the first letter, P, stands for piss. O stands for off. Piss off. E stands.
I said I played these games before!
E stands for what?
The E stands for early. Piss off early.
Piss off early on the
Did we just
sesh.
become best friends? Yep.
What did you say, James?
Piss off early on the sesh.
Oh, I've got it. Do you think I come up with like an
Jake
bubble?
came in. Jake came in first.
Piss off
Early.
early. Thanks.
No.
there's-
Remember, we're talking about Friday. So piss off early on a Friday.
So P-O-S. Can
Oh,
you give me
I
the
know it.
letters again? P-O-S.
P-O-E-T-S. Piss off early.
To Saturday?
T-S.
To
Not
Sunday?
quite.
Close.
Rachel. You're so
Till
close.
Sunday.
It's not till Sunday
Oh, it's not till
either.
Sunday,
So,
yeah.
right, none of you are getting it.
Piss
It's
off early
piss off
to-
early. Tomorrow's Saturday.
Oh,
So none
never
of you
heard of
get
Post
that
Day.
point.
No, neither did I.
Right, let me see if I can pronounce this next one. Right, so it's 4 to James, 0 Rachel, 0 Jake. Question number 7. What is frigatriscaedecaphobia the fear of?
What? Did we just become
Do you
best
think I come up
friends?
with like
Yep.
an bubble?
Jake,
is it the fear of Fridays?
I know.
not quite.
Ah.
Rachel, you came in second.
Is it the fear of Monday?
It's not the fear of Monday, darling. No.
Can I get a pronunciation
Friday
on
is
it again?
Corrected. What is frigatriscaedecaphobia the fear of?
Like the fear of Friday ending.
No, I'm afraid
That's
not.
actually a really good answer.
If I was to put a mask on that Jake wore at Halloween,
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Ah,
Jake.
Is it the fear of holes?
No.
no. The fear of, is it Jason or Friday movies?
Oh, I know what it is now. Can I come?
I said I played these games before!
Is it the
No,
fear?
not until Rachel's answered.
She did. We all did.
I know, but you have all doubled again.
Yeah.
I have
Rachel
another
hasn't
one to
yet.
go. Is it the fear of Halloween? Like the fear of like.
No, Rachel.
I don't know who he
you're
is.
so close.
I don't know who he
Did we
is.
just become best
What, we
friends?
buzzing in a
Yep.
third?
James, James buzzed first on the last bit.
The fear of Jason X.
No.
We're playing Freaky Fucking Friday here. It's Friday's Connected.
Is he not from Friday? The movie Friday, no?
I know what it is.
Yes, but it's not about him. Right, Jay, go on.
Is it the fear of Friday the 13th?
Yes!
Oh my
correct.
god! Why?
Oh, we got there in the end.
This is freaky. This is all fucked.
4 to James, 1 to Jake, 0 to Rachel. All right, here we go with the next question. How's everyone doing listening? Are you getting it?
They're turned off now. They're like,
Oh,
what's that?
no.
Question number 8. Friday night and the lights are low is lyrics.
I
from-
said I played these games before.
That is James.
Of course, he knows
Dancing
that.
Queen.
It is Dancing Queen.
granny
Abba,
loves that.
correct. All right, James, you're absolutely necking it in this. You
Just
got
finish,
5
just
points.
finish. He's
Jake's
won.
got 1. Rachel's got 0. Come on, Rach, you've got to get one of these. Question number 9. Which chocolate bar is associated with the slogan, "Get that Friday feeling"?
What? I said I played these games before.
Jake?
Is it the crunchy?
Correct. It is the Crunchy Bar. Well done. Yes, I don't know if they use it anymore, but I certainly do remember when they did. Showing my age there. All right, so we got 5 James, 2 to Jake, 0 to Rach. One more
usual.
question. Let's get you on that board, Rach. Come on, you can do this. Question number 10. Take the F out of Friday, and what anagram do you have where secrets are kept?
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
That's Jake.
Diary?
Correct. It is diary.
Nice.
So we have a winner for this Freaky Friday special quiz
Was that
with
not winner takes
5
all?
points to Jake's 3 points. It's James. You are the fucking winner again. Congratulations, darling. How did everyone do that's listening along? Did you do well? Let us know how you got on and if you liked the Friday questions. Drop us a DM or leave us a comment on one of our reels. So it's me again. Raise the roof and shame the devil. It's confessionals. Is it raise? It's not raise the roof.
It's tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Raise
and
the
shame the devil.
No, Danny, it's your
I,
segment. You do
I
it.
honestly always cannot remember it. I swear to God.
I
'cause
kinda
I've
enjoy
always
that one
said
too.
Raise the roof. Can't believe it. So I only have one for you, but it's a long one, but it's a good one.
Okay.
And yeah, we're running low on the old confessionals. We need you to write in. So you can email us at meet@inthemiddlepodcast.co.uk, or you can DM us on our Instagram or our TikTok, which is at podcast.meetinthemiddle. Yeah, we need more of you to write in. So here we go with the one that we did have sent in, and it's from Anonymous, and I completely understand why they want to remain anonymous.
I can't wait to be on the receiving end of this.
Here we go. I have various medical problems. 2 of these are IBS. I'm sure you've all heard of that one. And the other
Sorry.
is BAM, bile acid malabsorption, which is in my mind worse than the IBS. Basically, it means you have absolutely no warning that your pink starfish is about to explode something that is hotter than a Carolina Reaper curry, and it stinks.
Carolina Reaper curry.
So, the day started as any normal day. I did my usual rush around cleaning up, putting the washing on, the usual mundane chores that need doing. Got that out of the way, feeling pleased with myself, I sat my ass down to have a bowl of cereal and a coffee. Usually, when I've eaten, I stay in for a bit, just in case I need to go to the bog. This particular day, although it was a little chilly, it was a glorious day. and my little dog gave me one of her looks, and I knew she wanted her walkies. So I said those magic words, and she started bounding around excitedly whilst I got my coat on. I put her lead on, and off we trotted to the beach. Now, I must say that I also have mobility issues, which means my pace is very slow and unsteady, but I try to walk where I can to keep my joints moving and keep my general health steady, my weight, and so on. So the beach, for a normal pace, is about a 5-minute walk, but for me at my pace, it's about a 20-minute walk away. So eventually, after 20 minutes, we get to the beach. I let my dog off the lead, and she sprints off, running all around and doing all the stuff excited little dogs do. I'd only been on the beach for about 15 minutes, and I bent down to pick up her business that she'd left on the floor. And all of a sudden, that familiar bubble and fizz that irritates my ring piece came on. And without a moment's grace, gush, out it all started to come. Oh, God, help. I tried to clamp my cheeks together as tight as I could. I knew it was useless, but it's all I had. Of course, walkies is now over, and I immediately turned to head for home. With each step, another spurt filling my underwear. I could feel the burn and the stodge just keep on coming, and I can only think that I must have resembled a Victorian lady wearing one of those bustles at my rear end. Next thing I know brings immediate horror and panic. I'm not alone on the beach. My dog has spied another furry friend and his owner, an old chap who likes to stop and chat. I think to myself, no, this can't be happening. I'm brimming with shit, and the smell is beyond anything you can imagine.
Oh my God.
So I stay where I am, rooted to the spot, clenched arse, sweating, but try and act as normal as possible.
Brilliant.
I give a wave, and I pray that he won't come over. My dog comes back to me after saying hello, and the man continues on the beach with his. Thank God. I was on tiptoe, doing short, quick steps back to the top of the beach, still clenching my arse, which was no easy feat, let me tell you, when you're on sand. Anyway, I see the steps leading back to the road, but I'm not out of the water. Because for fuck's sake, would you believe it? There's a young chap sitting on a bench at the top. So now what? By this time, the elastic on my underwear can't contain the larval flow that's been filling up. And I can now feel bits starting to seep down my legs like little tears rolling down your cheeks.
Oh my Christ.
Well, I'll have to climb the wall, I thought. There's a really shallow bit that I can use just before the steps up to the top and far enough away from where the young man is sitting. So I put the lead on the dog, put her on the seawall, lift a leg, and squelch. Oh, God, please. I couldn't get my other leg up. So I had to roll over the rest, nearly strangling my dog as I do on her lead, with the sound of my unfortunate event squelching everywhere. Now on the floor, I struggled to get up, trying hard to forget the pain and predicament. I got on all fours, crawled to the bin, and haul myself up. I cannot begin to tell you how sore and uncomfortable I was. But I did manage to make it home without any other interactions. I did, however, have to take my coat off and tie the arms around my waist to cover most of the anal leakage. But even once home, it just kept coming. And it stunk. It was like a horse's stable that hadn't been cleaned for 3 months. Even my dog looked at me with disgust and had been pulling in front the rest of the way home.
Won't be sniffing his hole.
Needless to say, I had to shower, chuck my jeans, underwear, and my coat away. Should have burnt them, really. They were that bad. And of course, I'm now very careful if I have to go out. I won't eat beforehand.
Jesus. Do you know what I'm picturing after he jumped over the wall and the shit coming out the bottom? I'm picturing a shit snail. Like a snail's trail. Yeah.
Can
I'd
you
have gone
imagine
straight to the
anything
sea.
worse?
No, it's like Hansel and Gretel, the director's cut.
That's a good. I would have gone to the sea as well.
Yeah,
you
whip
know.
your trousers off. Get
Whip
into
your
the
trousers
sea.
off where you go take a shit, Kevin and
Yeah.
Perry.
Wait, it all goes into the sea anyway, so he's just putting the middle pipe out, isn't he?
Oh,
That
no.
poor love. That poor
Well, why
love.
don't you wear like a wee nappy? Don't you wear like a wee nappy or something?
By the sounds of it, it was just like constantly coming out.
Oh,
So
get some Imodium.
I don't think a nappy's going to help.
Well, by the sounds of his boxers, that sounds like a nappy, like where the bottom of his boxers elasticated, that was able to
Bulging.
hold it.
It's not a man; it's a woman.
Oh, no G-strings then.
Oh,
Oh, Lord.
Like
that's a
a,
picture.
like a cheese string.
Yeah. God, that sounds awful, doesn't it? And I wish you well, my love.
Carry some Imodium around with you. Just in case.
Yeah, do not eat. Actually, just don't leave the house.
No. Get a dog walker.
You love her. How does
Tree
she
for
love
that.
her day?
Yeah, get your dog a tree for that car journey. God love him.
Oh,
Can you imagine the smell?
oh.
Wrong.
Von. Anyway, so that was Confessionals. Thank you
Well done,
very,
Danny.
very much. So that was our Freaky Friday episode. Pretty freaky, or was it pretty fucked up? What do you reckon?
It was a mess. But it was good fun.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
fun.
It wasn't. It
good
was good
fun.
crack.
It was good.
Yeah.
Let us know if you've enjoyed the episode. Keep listening, keep watching, give us 5-star reviews, and we will see you next week. See ya.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching this episode of Meet in the Middle.
If you enjoyed this episode, why not check out the others?
And see that subscribe button? Hit it. Hit it.
And while you're there, hit that bell notification and drop us a like. We'll see you next time.